What's up with the guys? We over here at Reflections, waiting on the raffle winner. Got him some cookies, got him the money. Excited to get this over with, man. It was a weird raffle. Thought a lot of people would have wanted the GT 500, but it was nothing compared to the Hellcat. So the Hellcats rule. So if I do giveaways again, it'll be Hellcats. What's up, fellas? Brought y'all some cookies, man. Oh yeah, snuck up on you. There go my boy. That's B who do all the raps.
What's up, brother?
What up, baby?
How you been?
Good, how you doing?
How are you?
Oh yeah. What up, baby? He out front too. What's happening? Brought some crackies, boy. Brought some crackies. Y'all each get a tube, man. I gotta get y'all. Yeah. Let me get them a tube. You got one too, man. Look, he like, all right.
Look at him right there.
And then this one for the fellas. Look, he like, I take it.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, that's for the fellas. Cracking in here this time. Look at that, babe. How much you say that's worth, 2 bill? Man, I think you hear Big Henry from Texas, man. The raffle winner. Big Henry.
Come on in.
What up, baby? Big Henry.
What's up, brother?
What up, baby?
What's
He
up?
made it in from Texas. What part of Texas you from?
San Antonio.
Hello, how are you? Khalid, nice to meet you. San Antonio. Yeah. So what you gonna do with the cookies, firstly?
Probably gonna eat them at the hotel.
So yeah, he got the Wells Fargo bag.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, I would just want to thank you for entering the raffle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things got weird in the raffle, but we bounced back, trying to bounce back, you know. So yeah, what you plan on doing with the money?
Pay bills.
Well, that's right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Doing what we got to get on top.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Oh, y'all almost done with this, huh?
It's done.
Ooh, they done had this several times throughout.
Right here, just gotta get washed. It's gotta get prepped. It's actually.
So how many times did you guys do this car? Because it's been here a while. Oh, it's going to SEMA? SEMA is coming up?
Yeah, starts Tuesday.
Is that right?
That is right. Yeah, man.
Do y'all have a booth?
We don't have a booth, but we do have a few cars in there.
Oh, okay. Sit up in it, man. So let's see what you would look like up there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever drove one?
No.
We might take them on a little ride.
How's everything in Texas, man? What do you?
So it's rough as far as like inflation and everything. It's everybody's feeling it, but you know, what I do for a living, I'm a real estate investor. I've been a real estate investor since 1996, and what that entails is basically anything from wholesale or fixing and flipping.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always had a W-2. So one of the W-2s that I did have was foster care. We did foster care. I know it sounds kind of like you don't get rich doing foster care.
No, yeah.
but the average
It's a
age
great service.
we took care of it was about 16. And we had about 10. We had up to
Troubled
16.
age,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, rough kids.
Uh-huh.
And I was able to identify with most of them. But anyways, with that said, we retired in 2012, and I've always worked like for. In this case, the last one that I worked for was an iBuyer. I won't say their name. And they laid me off actually this past Friday. They closed up shop because that's how bad the economy is.
Wow.
With inflation and everything. Yeah.
So it's part of the job,
Yeah.
man. Part
Oh,
of
you buy a house, flip it. Use that money to go buy a house, flip it.
Well, I'll pay the bills first, and then.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
But I mean,
awesome.
I think everybody's feeling it. But you know what? I do appreciate the fact that I'm able to. I feel that God put me here for a reason.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Especially with that happening Friday
Yeah.
and man.
Yeah. Well, because
Wow.
Thursday you revealed it to me, and then Friday I got
Is that right?
the next day.
Wow.
The next morning, they said we're gonna have to let you go, buddy.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Something low. Wow. Like when the fitness bodybuilding slowed up, I'm like, let me try gaming. I haven't gamed in 25 years. Went and bought a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Boom, it exploded.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did it.
big.
I live streamed for 4 years when I was in Vegas. So when I moved from Vegas, went back to the LA, me and Miles started doing. It was the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of just weird chaos going on. I started doing mukbangs, and that blew up. Then we went to the car. A lot of guys said, if you buy a Hellcat, I guarantee your following go double. I'm like, what on the car?
Yeah.
And it did.
It did.
Yeah, that's when I got into the cars. I got excited. I'm like, ooh, let me start buying cars. And went crazy with that, and it was awesome, man. And then the heart attack happened.
Yeah. Oh, man.
In the midst of that, I'm like, I'm getting rid of all this. What if I would have died and my wife had to deal with all this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, and so and so
it's surreal, man, when you face something like that. A couple years ago, I fed all statistics when it comes to COVID that I should be right. So I caught the Delta COVID right when it came out, and dude, I tell you what, man, I had never had pneumonia. I had bilateral pneumonia. My oxygen on my blood was like, I think it was like 60 in the 60s. It's supposed to be above 95.
Wow, yeah.
So long story short, when they finally put me into the hospital, the doctor came to me and said, "There's nothing we can do for you." Now tell me, how would you feel if you're, in that situation?
Well,
and boy, I just prayed. I prayed about it, and I just laid it all on the line, and I said, "God, please just heal me." So that next morning, the 700 Club came out, and I can't remember the lady's name, but they're the older guy, he passed away just recently, and the lady, she said, she said, "Let's go ahead and start praying." And I'm watching this, and I'm like trying to, get my breath and everything. And then what ended up happening was, she said, "I'm getting a prayer that someone has pneumonia in both lungs, and God told me that He's going to heal you." Right? So check this out. So what ended up happening was, now on the oxygen level, for my blood saturation, oxygen level, there's nothing that you can do. There's no way you can lift it up. If it's at 70, it's gonna stay at 70. Well, it went into the 90s.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It spiked, right? So then I told the nurses and everybody, and they're like, "Well, that's kind of weird." So in the evening, I started talking to my mom. I said, "Hey, Mom, this is what happened. Check this out." I said, "As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go on and find the 700 Club, and I'm gonna find that video of what the lady said." So pull up the video. It wasn't there.
Is that right?
She was praying, but she didn't say the things that she said that I heard.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So right there, from that point on, yes.
Yeah.
So from that point on, I recovered completely.
Wow.
It took like 5-6 days later.
Man. And you win some bread. God's been blessing you.
Yeah. But since then, I've lost. Since everybody's talking about I need to get on the watermelon challenge, But,
right, yeah.
I heard those comments too. But with that said, I've lost like 150 plus pounds.
You did?
Yeah, no gastric bypass, no sleeves. So
damn.
And then my wife's making me walk Vegas, so that's another thing.
Well.
Another 12,000 steps.
Wow.
Yeah, so little by little, I've been.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the same with me. Like, my family think I'm nuts now. So I'm 2 days right now, no eating.
Wow.
Just water. 2 days
but
right now.
I guess what I'm trying to get to is when I was in that hospital bed, because she couldn't come my wife couldn't come inside with me.
Oh, they wouldn't let her come?
Yeah, because it was COVID, right? Nothing mattered. Right? Not the cars, the houses, the things that I had 2 houses I was flipping. There was like 6-figure houses I was flipping. Nothing mattered.
Exactly.
All I cared about was getting back to my kids.
That's right.
And my wife.
Same here. That's why when I had my experience, I'm like, I'm getting rid of all this stuff.
It doesn't mean anything.
And for me, it was content.
Yeah.
That I just had another epiphany, get rid of all these supplements. That's I started looking at ingredients. Like, I don't want to be a part of,
because you're trying to find out what got you to where.
Well, I know. No,
I'm saying is, but in retrospect, or you already knew this when you were doing this.
I knew everything.
Okay.
No years
excuses.
Years. Me and your generation, they implemented high fructose corn syrup, Fruit Loops, Cheerio, all this.
Yeah.
Then the microwave.
Yeah.
Then for me, went to prison eating top ramen, 4 or 5 top ramens a day with the sodium and all, and then come out, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. Let me start shooting roids to get buff.
Yeah.
Oh, that just you know what I mean?
And,
years so walking 40 some years. The walking time bomb.
And when you were in that hospital bed, you regretted everything, I'm sure.
Without a doubt. Yeah. And it was my worst fear. So I always thought I was doing everything smart.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to take roids a few months out of the year, get off. And, I was trying to play that game. But the effect had already been done before even then. Because I remember even as a kid, So as a kid, I used to get migraines to the point of strokes from the age of 15 to 31. So I knew that was something health-wise. Then my right foot and ankle would always be like
Swelling.
puffy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even before the steroid. So it was always something going on, cloggage going on even before. Then I get on, the roids, start bodybuilding, and that was just, And so it was always a fear of that, man. A few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I was like, oh, the internet is just like an AI system.
Yeah.
So now I just look at comments as it's just an automated system.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for years, and it was, for me, it was like, this was my driving force, the comments. I used that to be successful.
Sure.
So I never took it serious like that, but then I noticed it would seep into my spirit and soul.
Yeah.
When I went about in public, I'd be looking at people like, oh, you might be one of them troll haters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I just love everybody, and I even get those people. I understand them.
Yeah.
Because I was working with the devil for a while, so I understand both sides
You can see the difference from the ghetto side, the young ghetto side.
Oh yeah.
To the mature.
Oh yeah, and you go see a whole new side coming this week and the next coming weeks, because I got a program coming out to coach people and mentor. So my whole everything about to change. Well, Hypey Heart, man. A lot of us out there, we're getting clogged up because of the foods we eat, processed foods, just bad food, greasy foods, fried foods. You need this right here. Luminase will open up the arteries, keep you healthy so you don't get a heart attack like me. Made this right here specifically for us guys that's not really checking our hearts. Go to hypeylife.com, get yours today.
Watch another awesome video from Cali Muscle. And if you support the channel, hit the subscribe button.